Van Life Rocks. My name is Ray, and welcome back to the channel, Living the Van Life. Day number 1213, Living the Van Life. If you're new here, this channel is about outdoor adventures, living the van life, and travel tips. All right, let's go. Oh man, welcome guys, Van Life Rocks. This is Ray, and welcome back to the channel on a Sunday. And I'm super excited about this live stream. One of the biggest benefits of having a YouTube channel, which I was not aware of, is the community. This community is awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for being here. I'm really excited to share my interview with my buddy Kevin, and looking forward to traveling with him here in the future. So look forward to that. But again, this community is awesome. I did not expect it. First, YouTube, did not expect to have a community, friendships, friends in different states, friends in different parts of the state. So if I'm traveling on the road, I'm able to meet up with you guys, traveling, meeting up, camping, stopping by to say hello, and that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until this virus is over with. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. There's 36 in the house. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing real people, right? I mean, it's nice to have these live streams and being able to come up here and share my story and hanging out with you guys. That's really fun. And getting all these emails. The last 2 weeks, it's been awesome to share my story, and you guys sent me emails, you sent me text messages, you sent me comments on my videos, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot. So you guys are awesome, and looking forward to meeting real people. And let's go to my first shout out tonight. I have a shout out. There's 49 in the house. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And my first shout out goes to Karen. Let me bring that up for you guys real quick. There we go. Keep on doing that wrong. This way. Karen from Prairie Life had an amazing live stream yesterday. Go check it out. If my moderators could please drop her link. She had a live stream yesterday, and she had 5 beautiful women sharing their stories of women that have inspired them in their life. So go check it out. It was an amazing live stream. Karen, you did an awesome job. Thank you for being my friend. I watched the live stream twice. It was that good. So it was very cool. Thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. Another benefit and awesome part of this YouTube community is that people connect, people get together, people hanging out, sharing their stories, sharing their dreams, sharing their adventures on YouTube. And that's awesome. And so that's why I'm excited about this live stream today. I'm going to introduce to you a new friend of mine, and a friend that I'm looking forward to hanging out with, camping with, going on the road, going on different adventures. And that's my friend, Kevin. And let me bring him up here right now. Buddy, are you ready? Ready to come up here? All right, let's do this. Let me bring him up real quick. What's going on, my friend? What's happening?
I'm just happy to be here, brother. I'm happy to be here with you. Really, really happy to be here. I never thought that I would be on Ray's channel getting interviewed 6 months before I went to VanLife, because I've been watching you since like 2 months of when you started your live channel. So I'm glad to be here. I'm ecstatic to be here, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's really cool. And watching you on Paula's live stream on Wednesday, that was fun. You rocked her house over there. That was so cool.
That was a hoot, man. We had a lot of fun. We definitely had a lot of fun.
And then hanging out last night too. That's just an amazing part of this community. It's like it's not just subscribers. It's not just views. It's not just a comment. It's more than that. It's real people behind the comments, real people behind the subscribers, and that's like the best part. And I cannot wait to hang out with you and hang out with a bunch of the people that are in the chat right now. And just the awesome part of YouTube. I just love it. Just love it.
I'm 100% with you, man. Everything that you said, you hit it right on the head. And
yeah.
I wouldn't be doing this right now if I didn't move into a van.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be having this much fun and feeling so much love if it wasn't for everybody in chat right now, everybody who's ever been in a live stream chat on my channel, your channel, Paula's channel, Gina's channel, Adventures with Purpose, Brock the Rock, all these guys. I wouldn't, I'm overwhelmed with the family that I've got. Overwhelmed.
It is so cool. And it's like, really, I slow down making videos because I love the interaction and the connection that I get like that, right? I can say something silly. I can say something silly, stupid, or whatever, crazy, and I can get interaction like that. I don't have to wait until I edit a video or wait for their comments. I mean, it's like instant. Like, it's just awesome. It's just
what happened on my stream tonight to kind of talk about the subject you just said is I shaved on my live stream tonight.
You're looking kind of pretty over there, buddy.
we had one rogue hair like right here.
Yeah.
And I shaved and I thought I got it all. Nope. My chat kept saying, now you have a rogue hair over here. And sure enough, I did. I shaved 3 times on my live stream.
You're looking good, buddy. You're looking good.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, no, you hit it dead on the head. VanLife has given us a tool or a path to live the dreams that we want to do. Get on the road, adventure, get out in nature, and just have fun, right? Stop being so serious, You know
what? It feels so darn good to be busy. My last 2 months, brother, I have been seriously busy. And to go from a life of the last 2.5 years of watching a lot of television in a ridiculous house that I definitely should have rented, but I convinced myself since it's close to work and it's the only thing that has a fence, I was paying $2,500 a month. All I could afford to do was watch television. And to go from that life of complete boredom, having no friends, to now I've got everybody in here, and I've been so busy. It's been a lot of fun. I love being on the road. I love being in the van. I've been at hotels with Adventures with Purpose because they were gifted hotels for some investigations that we were doing. And they're like, Kevin, we got your room. I'm like, nope, return it. I'm in the van.
I do this in the van. Yeah, I do the same thing. I'll go over to my mom's house and I'll wake up 3 times a night and I'll peek outside. Is my van still out there? Okay. I miss my bed.
My house.
I miss my house. I miss my bed.
Yeah. And we don't got to worry about bed bugs in our own van, like a hotel room.
So true. So true. So, all right. So you just started your van life, back in January. And so why van life? What attracted you to the lifestyle? What brought you to van life?
I kind of fell into it on accident, and it's a funny story how I came into it. I was fostering a German Shepherd. So that means I had 3 dogs in my house, and I had one vehicle that was barely big enough for 2 dogs. So I was like, I've got to go buy like a Subaru Outback or maybe an old Jeep Cherokee or something to take these dogs to the vet twice a year, to take them to the park whenever I wanted to. And so I'm like, so I started looking everywhere for Foresters are well overpriced. Every SUV that I was looking at was still well overpriced. And then I was just driving down the street and I saw this van for sale. And I believe it was one of those Nissan vans that looks like a pregnant roller skate. And it was like 30 grand or something. I'm like, no, I'm talking 3 grand. Let's go see what we can do. And then I saw on Facebook a van that was for sale for $2,500. And I said, I don't care if it needs $5,000 worth of work to the engine or whatever. It's worth it. I'm going to go buy it. So I went and test drove it, and it ran perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought it and ended up needing about $4,000 worth of work.
Mm.
And the radiator was blown. Some other things were wrong with it. I got brand new tires, brand new brakes all around. And so then first thing I did is I took the 3 dogs to the vet.
Mm-hmm.
And then a week later, I took the dogs to get groomed. And I was so in love with having the van. I was like, you know what? Instead of folding that, I had this electronical bed that would fold down in the back of the van. It's just a push of a button.
Mm-hmm.
And it was covered in dog hair. And it was a blue chair. And I've got a white dog. And it was snow white in my van. So I'm like, I'm just going to remove everything and make a platform on the bottom. And the dogs can run around. I'll put dog beds back there. So I started to do some research on the best way to rip up the flooring in a van. You know what came up first? Chrome.
Oh, wow.
I binge watched. It was like probably 10 or 12 episodes of him. I binge watched him, and I'm like, I'm going to build my van into a camper.
Yeah.
And we're going to, I'll just go on trips every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized I have this was like 2 months after I had the van and I decided I was going to build it out. I wasn't planning on going van life. I realized I had this feeling of security that I had lost a house once before. A tree destroyed my house and the insurance companies covered zero. They found a loophole and I lost my entire house because I couldn't live in it. I got black mold poisoning and I was literally dying, didn't know it. As soon as I found out that I had black mold poisoning, I moved into a camper in the middle of February where it was 10 degrees outside and I was running 3 space heaters, but I digress. I had this overwhelming feeling of security and I didn't really know what it was. And then I knew I've seen people live in a van because not only was I watching Van City Van Life, I started watching, I saw Adventure Van Man and some other people that were doing it. And I kind of stayed away from the Instagram channels because I don't like fake stuff. I like to see what's going on in real life with vans. Nomadic Sporadic. He's a guy who's only got like 500 subscribers. I watch him because he is as raw as you can get with when it comes living into a van. And nomadic van man, Gina. I realized since I've been watching all these people for about 3 months living in a van, that's where my sense of security went is if I lose my house again for whatever reason, say the market goes, I get fired, I'm moving into the van. So then when I started to really think about building it out, I said January 1st, I'm done no matter what. I'm moving into a van. So that's how I got started into it.
Yeah. No, you said so many things right now that totally rings a bell for me too. This van it's basically been a lifeboat for me. It's saved my life in so many different ways. Being able to travel, get outdoors, financial reasons. I mean, it's just a great way to escape and hit the road. And I love it. And I did the same thing. I stayed away from the Instagram vans. I wanted something simple, rugged, just get out into nature and just
and you got into van life at probably the perfect time for you because it was 2 years before what's going on right now. And I don't know your backstory when it comes to your financials or anything like that, but I'm assuming since you weren't paying rent, you had a little bit backed up for you not to, eat ramen noodles and hot dogs every night. Moving in because you were living in the van. So I wish I would have done it back then.
No, I came across van life about 5 years ago, and I bought this van about 4.5 years ago. Got it. I was working the full-time job, living in a house, and I was using the van as to get out in nature, little small trips with my son to get outdoors. And then I decided, you know what, I could do this. Started watching more YouTube videos, like you said, Adventure Van Man Brian and Bob Wells and all those channels. I'm like, you know what, I could do this. This is doable. So moved into the van. It's been 3.5 years, almost 3.5 years now, and I love it. I do not want to go back into a house. People always ask me.
I know the exact same feeling when I'm laying here in bed, staring at my barn door and all this Reflectix. I'm happier than that awesome couch that I used to have in the house. Mainly because I know all I got to do is walk 6 feet, and I can be in Tennessee, or I could be in California. I own it. Nobody can take this from me. I own it.
That's awesome. And man, so what kind of van do you have? how's it treating you? You mentioned the barn. I love the barn doors on your van. Talk about it.
Okay, so I have a 1997 Chevy Express conversion van. It is, like I said, I only spent $2,500 on it and need $4,000 worth of work, and that wasn't it. After I did one of my first trips, I was getting an oil change, and the guy that I got my oil change from, it did all the work on my van, and he's like, "Dude, your brake lines are about ready to go." And he's like, "They're almost 30 years old and they're rusted out. So I suggest changing them out." I'm like, "Okay, how long will it take? Because I live in it now. And how much does it cost?" He's like, "It's going to take me 8 hours and you're looking anywhere from 12 to 2,000. So I didn't even mention anything to anybody besides I said something on my channel. "Hey guys, I had a radiator leak, found out I had bad brakes. We're getting the van fixed right now." I had a subscriber reach out to me and they foot the bill. They foot the bill.
Oh man.
And that really saved me some stress. And I had a hard time accepting it. But this person's like, "Listen, just accept it. It's for you. I want to help."
Wow.
So, and I've become really good friends with this person. It's not because of the money, but I've become really good friends with this person because of it. And that was one of my first blown away moments.
Yeah, no, it's such a great community. And that's like, again, like I mentioned earlier in my live stream today, is like, we have friends in this community now all over the states and in different countries that if we go somewhere, we can meet up with, hang out with. If something happens to the van, I need to, camp for the night with somebody, they could be there for us. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And you mentioned coming down to California. I can't wait to hang out with you and travel with you and hit the road. That's awesome. Looking forward to that.
That's one of my most exciting feelings that I have is not only all the friends that I've made, but getting to meet them. And I know you and I are going to have a blast going for hikes. You showing me California. I'm going to be in California anyway, to see a subscriber of mine who's become a really, really good friend of mine. And hopefully maybe you can meet them too. It's a married couple. They're just north of you. So that's one of my most exciting future thoughts, is that when I get to California, I've got so much to do.
Oh yeah.
And I get to hang out with people that I used to watch your YouTube channel, dude. Now I'm going to come out in California and have a whiskey with you.
Come on down, buddy. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
The barn door. So if you guys don't know, let me move my camera. I'm sorry for the shakiness.
Go for it.
But this is what the barn door he's talking about. I installed a sliding barn door as my partition from the front to the rear. And the reason why I built the barn door is I didn't want just a pullable blackout curtain cover. I wanted something special because I knew I was going to look at it all the time, and I wanted something that made me feel like at home. And I knew I was going to do some type of log cabin theme on my vehicle. So I was just flipping through Home Depot looking at some ideas, and I saw a barn door that was like $2,000 or something. I'm like, I can build that for $30. So I built it. I just built it and put it on there. Let me do something for your subscribers real quick, but mainly for my subscribers. I have to go into the front of the van to get a drink, and this is called "Don't Look at My Butt" section. Because every time I do this, they look at my butt. Yep. All right, back in 12 seconds.
Do it. Let's say hello to.
Quit looking at my butt. I saw you looking at my butt. That's become a thing on my channel. So.
I like it. There's another thing that you do on your channel, something about likes and thumbnails. And so what's going on with that?
The like spikes?
That's it. Yeah. I love it. Let's do it.
I borrowed that from another YouTuber. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to plug a video gamer on a van life channel. But I saw him doing a like spike, and he's got millions of subscribers. So it's not mine. I don't own it. I will give credit where credit is due, or at least mention that credit's due somewhere else. It's not just with me. But that was 5 years ago when I saw that. So we'll do one right now. How about that? Let's see what we got here in chat. We got,
I see 155.
157 watching. And I can't see how many likes you have.
I don't know. I'm on StreamYard.
Yeah. So we got 100. If somebody could type in how many likes we have right now, we're going to do a like spike. So what you guys, if you're new to the channel, or if you've never heard of a like spike, here's what a like spike is. If you're on a phone or a tablet, you get your finger ready and let it hover above that thumbs up button, but don't push it yet, because we're all going to do it together. If you're on a PC or a Mac, get that cursor above that thumbs up button, but don't click on it yet, because like I said, we're all going to do it together. I'm going to count us down from 5, and we're all going to smash that like button at the same time. So we're going to do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A like spike.
Hit it.
And then it just, so 152, I think somebody said we had.
Wow. That's so
in
cool.
the beginning. And that's from Renee. 156
That's awesome.
says Deb Hart. So
Awesome.
we'll get a count again. Yeah, Autumn says 156. We'll say 156 around, and we'll get a count. But you might already had a ton of likes anyway. You know what I mean?
Breaking the internet. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So yeah, you're off to a great start. I mean,
oh yeah,
you just started in January, got into the van, living with 2 dogs, 2 full-size dogs.
I got 200 pounds of dogs in this van and 60 square feet.
So how's that going for you? Got some buddies.
I think that they just think they're on a very long car ride, and they love car rides. And it's going amazing. It's actually a pretty cool routine. I would like to change the scenery of the routine at least every other day. It's difficult in Ohio, one, because there's so much snow or it's cold, and sometimes when I work, I have to get them out for a quick hour walk, and I go to a place that I know. But it's a cool routine to have. I wake up in the morning, not a morning person at all, so I have to drive. Well, first I let the dogs out for 5 minutes just to get that pee out of them, because I know they got 45 minutes till they're going to be walking. And when the dogs haven't peed first thing in the morning, talk about whining. So I learned real quick. So they go to the bathroom. I get them back in the van. We drive over to Tim Hortons, which I'm not sure you guys know what that is in Canada or in California. Tim Hortons is a pretty big coffee chain in Canada and in the eastern side, Midwest of the United States. And I go get a coffee, and then I drive 10 minutes to the Metro Parks here in Maumee, Ohio. It's called Maumee, and there's plenty of trails, and I take them for an hour walk, and I love that routine. It gives me a chance to clear my head in the morning. I've already got coffee in me, and it starts my day off. I love that routine. I mean, with these dogs, I can't complain.
Instant heaters too. I mean, you could just, if it's cold, out in Ohio or wherever you're at, it's like you can snuggle up in bed with them. Instant heaters in bed.
You know what blows my mind about that is any degree above 30. If I turn my van off and it's nice and warm in here, I'll get on and watch something on my computer, either Netflix or YouTube or something like that. And it will stay 50 to 60 degrees in my van for 5 hours. Because of the dogs, because of this Reflectix behind me. These dogs radiate so much heat, it bounces right off the Reflectix. And it's really only uncomfortable in here the last 2 hours I'm sleeping. But I got so many blankets, I'm fine. And Barrett's up there keeping me warm. When it gets to down about 20 degrees, Bella comes up in the bed because the floor is really cold. But I've been in this van plenty of nights where it's been, negative 5 degrees, 5 degrees, 10 degrees. And I got that generator running full blast with a space heater, and it stays 60 degrees in here.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the only thing that's holding me back from getting a puppy. I so want another pug, and the only thing that's holding me back is I still got to work when this virus is over with, so I have to go back to work. And then also like going to like national parks, like some of the national parks are really strict about having dogs on the trail, and I like to get out there and hike and stuff. So those are the 2 main things that are actually holding me back from getting a puppy, because I so want a dog in the van. I can't wait for that to happen. But
my advice to anybody who's thinking about getting a dog, and I pretty much ask them as a favor, don't get one until you're 100% ready. Because my days are dedicated to them first. Yeah,
no, absolutely. They're everything. I mean, when I had my pug, it's like, man, he was like a son of mine. He was just awesome. We did everything together. And to put him in a situation like in a van where during the summer it gets hot, or in the winter it gets really, really cold, it's just, you got to take care of your pups. They're fur babies. They're our buddies. So yeah. So, but
we got 153 people in chat, buddy.
That's breaking records like all over the place. That's awesome. Thank you all for being here. You guys are amazing. I'm definitely gonna rewatch this live stream and see all your comments and watch what you say. And you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here, man. I mean, what you did.
I'm loving being here. I'm loving being here. I appreciate all your guys' latitude in chat too. I know that we always get to messages and chats. I really appreciate everybody's latitude in here because you guys know it's an interview. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I'm probably speaking for Ray too. We're definitely going to read them all though. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to do more. We're going to do some camping together. I definitely want to go to the Grand Canyon here pretty soon. I know you're coming out here to California here in, you said May? You said you're coming out here in May. So
yeah.
We're going to get together. We're going to have some fun, man. We're going to cause some trouble on the road.
Late March to mid-April is my goal for being in California.
Okay. Let's do it, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah. Caravan it up.
Hit the road. Cause some trouble. What's happening? Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. A lot of great people in here, man. 155. You guys are amazing. Awesome. So my background, so I've lived here in Southern California and I love it. The weather is amazing. I live in a city where the weather is just awesome almost year round. If it's hot during the summer, it could be 105 during the night. And at nighttime, it cools down to 70 degrees at night. If it gets too hot, I can always go to the desert or go to the beach. And that's where I'm at right now. So
you get that sea breeze.
Sea breeze. So yeah, just chilling here. The weather was nice today, but yeah, I lived here in Southern California. I've been living in a van for 3.5 years, loving it. I don't wish to go back to a home or a house. What else?
I don't. Real quick, one of my subscribers said, I thought you were coming to Oregon. I am coming to Oregon. We're doing all of California. We're doing all of Oregon, all of Washington. We're just going to go like a snake up and down the West Coast and a little bit into the mountains there. So it's just what I'm going to do for a living from now on. I like the way Sam, he's from Adventures with Purpose. He puts it as when people ask him what he does for a living, he says, I'm a professional friend.
Awesome. Right? That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. It's like, again, the community is amazing. Gina, Paula, I mean, all of us that have gotten close, so close. I mean, today I spent maybe like 20 minutes with Paula going back and forth and figuring out the setup that I'm working on right now. And all the people in the chat that come and hang out with us in the van, just being silly on the road, sharing our adventures, sharing our stories. And it's just awesome. 157 in the house. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
I never thought it was possible for me to make a living at just being myself, which it's an acquired taste. So if I get to be a dork and I get to go on the road and meet awesome people, for me, there's no better lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, for sure. If you're the dork, then I'm the punk. So we make a good team. Because I'm definitely a punk.
Someone's got to be.
Right? So you got the van. You got rid of the house. You sold all your stuff. You're ready to you're hitting the road right now. And so what's some of the bucket list things that it's on your list? What are some of the places that you definitely have to hit on some of your adventures that you want to go to?
My number one thing that I want to see living the van life is those big trees in Northern California. What are they called? Ferns or redwoods?
The Sequoia National Park. Yep.
Yeah.
Sequoias.
That's what I want to see the most. And then I want to see where the Goonies was filmed on that beach. I would like to go out to Forks in Washington as well to see where they were doing some filming for Twilight. I would love to see Alaska. But the bucket list is basically an open book. I want to complete things that I never thought I was going to complete, that aren't even a thought right now. And I want to pin those locations. I want to film and edit so much content that is stuff that these people can't see, but maybe once or twice a year because they have their lives and their families to take care of, that I am fortunate enough to be able to do full time. I want to be as best as I can at filming and documenting it and showing it to everybody here. That's, for me, probably the biggest bucket list thing, is having people live vicariously through us.
And that's another level too. Like, but when I first started van life, I had a bucket list, say it was this big, but now watching everybody else's adventures and other people's videos, like my bucket list is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we're like aiming for the stars. It's like, okay, I want to get there someday. And it's just awesome. It's awesome to share our stories. It's awesome to see everybody else's stories in chat. There's a lot of YouTube channels here that's in the chat right now, and that's awesome to see their videos and see their experiences on the road. And yeah, my bucket list gets bigger and bigger by the day every time I watch a video.
I do want to add one more thing to the bucket list that's extremely important to me, because I know it's important to everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people who are watching. I would like for like you, Paula, Gina, Nomadic Van Man, Nomadic Sporadic, all these YouTubers that aren't Instagram YouTubers. I don't want any of that plastic fake van life stuff. Our viewers have to witness people, and not all of them are fake, but a lot of them are fake because they just want the money. I want to get all these channels together and have an annual meetup once a year where they can come and meet all of us at the same time, and have just hundreds or thousands of people there in the middle of BLM lands somewhere, and just spend 2 days, everybody just having a great time, playing guitars, letting dogs play. I want them to come and sleep in their vehicles, sleep in their vans, sleep in their tents, sleep on sleeping bags under the stars, sleep on the roof of my van. I don't care. I just want all of that together once a year for everybody. And I want to see it grow every single year, bigger and bigger and bigger.
And we're seeing that. I mean, just despite this virus, we're all, you know, in our places. We can't really hang out that much with people. And but once these gates open where we can go out and see and be around real people, that's going to be a whole nother level of this community. Right now we're live streaming, you know, which is great, right? It's awesome. We could interact back and forth with the chat and people on other YouTube channels. But as soon as this virus is over, we're going to be able to do amazing things. And I'm definitely looking forward to something like that, because that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome to me.
I mean, I'm not a crier. I'm an emotional guy, but I'm not a crier. And I can promise everybody in here, if we get more than 1,000 people that show up for an annual meetup, I will tear up like there's no tomorrow, because I'm feeling the overwhelming love, but also seeing a community that wasn't there before, that was created not just by my channel, your channel, Gina's channel, Paula's channel, and everybody else. It's how everybody from Adventures with Purpose community came over to van life. They saw that. And then we all get together and meet. I've had people from Adventures with Purpose channel that came to follow my channel because they saw me through them, who had said, Kevin, I'm buying a van and I'm going to live your life. And they're building them out now. That blows my mind. Because they didn't even think it was possible. Well, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't think it was possible. Never even dawned on me to live in a van and build it out and travel. It just never even dawned on me.
Right. It's life changing. It's life changing. I mean, I can't even imagine going back to in a house. Like I said earlier, it's like every time I go to my mom's house, I'm looking outside. I'm like, where's my van? I miss my van. I want to go back outside. It's like, no, it's an amazing community. You know, and to be able to hang out and just hit the live button, and there's, you know, 50 people in the live chat, 40 people in the live chat that we can just hang out and interact with. Or like tonight, 152 people. You guys are amazing for being here. I really appreciate that. Just
awesome. That's awesome.
Listening to our stories, and we could interact with their stories and learn. And it's just inspiring to get out in nature
and build some more stories with them.
Yep.
Memories that.
Yep. I say this all the time. I'd rather die with joyful memories than dreams. I don't want the dreams. I want memories. I say that all the time.
Very well put.
I say that all the time.
Yeah. One thing I learned, I think it was 2003 or 2004. I was in the Coast Guard, and a friend of mine told me, his name's Chris Hudak. He lives out in New York now. He's retired Coast Guard, but he had said something to me because I was thinking about going to, it's called an A school, which is a training for special type of operations in the Coast Guard, and it's hard training. And I was thinking about doing it, and he's like, he had said something to me like, if you dream realistic and you accomplish your dreams, you'll never dream unrealistic. And every time that I've had a dream, I've made it realistic. I went to that A school. I had a great time. I then wanted to become a police officer after that. So that was a dream of mine. I did that. And then I wanted to be a really, really good cyclist. And I became one of the fastest cyclists in Northwest Ohio. You know, and then I wanted to become an electrical engineer because I just dreamt big enough that it was a big dream, but not outside the boundaries. And I just knocked them all off the list because I dreamed realistic.
Yep. Thank you for your service. That's awesome. And
you're welcome,
thank you
brother.
thank you for everyone that's in this chat. Thank you for your services.
Yeah, thank you.
If you served in the services, I appreciate that. I always say this is you got to follow your dreams, whether it's small steps or big steps. You always have to take every day. You got to make a step towards your dream, whatever that dream is. You just got to make some kind of effort every day to follow it and
Exactly.
follow those dreams. Follow those dreams.
Yeah, and I'm just going to retouch on that real quick. And he's a very smart man. The reason why he was saying that is I had some pretty big dreams, and he's a close friend of mine, and he knew him, and he was like, dude, those are just too big. You know, because I wanted to get my master's degree. And he's like, that's too big for right now. Get your bachelor's. So he taught me a lot. I was a young kid. Let me get my blanket because my legs are getting cold. Because here in Ohio, it's 25 degrees. Don't look at my butt.
Don't look at his butt.
Of course, Barrett's laying on half of it.
That's
much better. I'm just an old grandmother.
You guys are awesome. All right. So there was a question in the chat. What are some of the challenges that you found so far living the van life? Some challenges that you've come across?
Challenges are unknown repairs.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when your van is sitting in a repair shop? I myself am fortunate enough to have a repair company here in Ohio that's a small mom and pop shop. Let me sit in my van while it's sitting up on a lift. So that's a big challenge. Another challenge is making sure the dogs have everything they need. Number one and most important is exercise. So my days don't start without me making sure that they can be in the van while I'm working. You know, they're not restless and tearing everything up. They need exercise, their dogs. And I can't really think of any more. You know, I thought that pooping would be a problem, you know, but you know what I found out? The best place to poop, Bass Pro Shop. Nobody ever uses the bathroom there, and they're spotless, and it's all Bass Pro Shoppy. when you
gotta introduce you to
it out. What's that?
You need a bucket, my friend. You need a bucket.
I've got a luggable loo, but it's in storage.
Oh. Oh, you gotta watch my pooping video. It's all about the bucket. I love my bucket.
It's just a bunch of shorts. I'm not watching your pooping video.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Love my bucket. Yeah, ever since I had my bucket, my poop bucket, I do not want to go in public bathrooms anymore. I'm just over it.
Yeah, I've got number one covered. I've got something to house all that. But
yeah,
I eat pretty regularly, so there's no surprises. Put it that way.
It's coming.
You promise, huh?
Oh man, what else is going on? So the future, what's going on? What's your plans? I know you're coming out to California. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna travel up the coast in California, up and down California, Washington, Oregon coast. Go visit Gina. What else? What else do you want to do? What other big plans do you have? Maybe long term, maybe 5 years from now, maybe, I don't know, 3 years from now. What kind of long term plans? Remember
what I was talking about big dreams? Mm-hmm. This one just crests of being a normal dream. It's into the big dreams, but I hope it becomes possible. and by the grace of God and by everybody that is supporting our channels, if I can get to a high level of subscribers, what I want the outcome to be of me being successful and with the help of all the communities is people who are getting into van life that can't afford to build it out. I want to do the build with them and have all their hardware and all the materials paid for. So all they got to do is buy the van, put a little elbow grease in with us, and let's get them out on the road. I would love to have that, like at least 2 or 3 of people getting into a van that we get build for them a year.
Awesome. Yeah, no, but giving back is huge. Again, it goes back to this community. It's awesome. It's an awesome community. I mean, people all over the place. If we break down, there's somebody there to help us. Giving back to the community is huge. It's huge. It goes a long, long way. So we have a question. Yeah.
Just real quick, for you guys that don't know about building out a van, it's not cheap. You can do it cheap, but if you want to do it comfortably, it's not cheap, and it takes a lot of work. I want to be able to be a service to provide those things. So we had a question.
Yeah. So what are some of the upgrades you do in your van? What are some of the things you're working on that you want to upgrades?
So I moved out January 1st into my van. So I needed to get built up just enough for me and the dogs to live comfortably in freezing temperatures. So what I have in storage that needs to be put on this van, and one day, if I'm not in this van is getting gifted to somebody, one of 2 people in the future that I already know about. So I have solar that needs to go on the roof. That's in storage. I've got Battleborn batteries. I've got all the inverters and all the wiring, everything like that. That's all got to be installed. I have a 12-volt refrigerator that's going to be installed in this van. And I need a roof vent, a Max Air roof vent. And as soon as that's done, then I'm going to finish building out everything in the front. There's seats removed. So that's going to be the toilet area. The luggable loo is going to be there, and the generator. And finish all of that and make it completely black dark in here at nighttime when some street lights or whatever are shining in. And that's pretty much all I need to do to the van.
No, that's great. I think that's awesome. There you go. There's the link for the luggable loo. Very cool. What else do we have here? We have some more questions. When did you serve?
2001. I started in March of 2001 and finished in March of 2005. So 6 months prior to 9/11, I was sailing the seas in the Caribbean. We were actually chasing a Go Fast boat, it's called. Drug runners were trying to bring in cocaine to the country. That's when the towers got hit. I was 6 months in.
Wow.
Yeah, life changed for the Coast Guard. Life changed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Badges in the house. What's going on? Solex, what's happening? Lisa in the house. Thank you all for being here. 142 people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for bringing all your friends over. That's awesome.
Well, I thank them. Thanks for guys for coming over. And if you guys, anybody who's not subscribed to his channel, subscribe, check out his content. And 6 months later, if you don't want to be in his channel, then unsubscribe, because then he'll be over 1,000. But no, stay there, because he's a nostalgic guy. And you're going to see a lot of me on his content when he films it in the future from California.
We're gonna have some fun trips, man. I'm looking forward to that. I have a huge bucket list. We're gonna knock some of these things out of the park for sure. Cause some trouble.
Poop on your bucket list?
You could poop my bucket, and I'll share it with you. Poop in my bucket list. That's funny.
I'll use the paper for cleanup.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, Chuck. Welcome aboard, my friend. We have a great community that's unbelievable. Desert Adventures in Arizona. When I took my trip out to Arizona, I had a live stream with him, and I was able to ask him certain questions about Arizona. Hey, what's a good place to camp, what's a good place to go, and now I'm able to look forward to hanging out with you and going on these adventures and camp and get out there and have fun. It's just amazing. It's just awesome.
Yeah, what I found out from living this lifestyle in the communities is that
Yeah.
I got somewhere to go and park my van in Arizona. I've got 2 places now to go in California. I've got 2 places to go in Oregon. I've got 1 or 2 places to go in Washington, Colorado, North Dakota, Tennessee, Florida, and Texas. All those states, I have guaranteed places to stay, people said.
Yeah. Come on down, bro. Come on down.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So what else? What else do you want to talk about? What's going on? What else is going on these days? You just finished your job, right? You're about done working. You gave your last day, or what's going on?
So what's going on? I guess I'm not too candid about it anymore, but I haven't received my bonus from 2020.
Yeah.
And the rule of law is for the company is that you don't get your bonus if you leave before it goes into your account. So it always comes out in March. I'm just waiting for that. And then my notice goes in and they know it's coming. I mean, it's no surprise to them. So I'm just waiting on that. And as soon as that happens, dude, I'm heading out west.
Come on down, bro. Yeah. Come on down. All right. So if you guys have any questions in the comment for Kevin,
let's hear them.
Let's bring it. So if my moderators could please Kevin's link in the description. If you guys don't know Kevin, go check him out. He has an awesome brand new channel. That's awesome. And let's see if we have any questions here. Sponsors, have you had any sponsors yet on your channel yet, Kevin?
I have not.
No, not yet. Let's see what else.
I'm waiting for him. Here. I keep telling Sam Adams to give me a call.
Right? Cheers. Yeah, he wants to go see the sequoias. Absolutely beautiful. Amazing, amazing place. It's like with the gods, being with the gods.
So Barbella
Potterfield. What's up?
Barbara Ella says that when the borders open up, we got a place to stay in Vancouver Island.
Definitely. BC is definitely on my bucket list. Absolutely. Let's go. I plan BC trip. Yep. BC trip for me is 2022 or 2022. So hopefully everything's should be good by then.
I don't think I'm doing anything that year. So I'll go with you.
Let's go. All right. So we have a question for you, Kevin. What is AWP?
Tell us about Adventures with Purpose. Okay, so that's how I got my YouTube career or my YouTube channel to be as successful as it is. Adventures with Purpose is a YouTube channel. They are dive and recovery professional divers that started off. Jared, who is Adventures with Purpose, he started off just going by himself and removing cars out of the water, cell phones. He found a lot of guns in his first couple months, and mainly just to clean up the environment. And he's like, I might as well film it. So he started filming it and he started growing really fast. Well, then people started messaging Adventures with Purpose saying, we've got this missing person case. We think he or she is in a car at this location. Make a long story short, Adventures with Purpose has solved 7 cold cases in 14 months. One of them was on accident. They were diving on a car and someone was in it. And they've been in there for a good deal amount of time. So if you guys want to see those stories, they're going to be up forever over at Adventures with Purpose, and check them out. Just go to the videos that have millions of hits, and those are the ones they found. When I was with them in Texas, I just do security for them. They were able to find a 30-year-old missing person case. There was this woman who lost her sister 30 years ago, just vanished, and Adventures with Purpose found her car in the water. So it's an amazing thing. I always say this out loud. They are seriously angels sent from God to help families get answers.
And closer too. I mean, they go years and years not knowing where, what if, what happened, and then now they could, have a little bit of peace, a little bit more peace in their life.
Yeah,
unbelievable. All right. There's a couple of questions about how long have you been in the van?
January 1st at midnight. I put the key, I rented a house. I put the keys in the door and I locked the deadbolt, pulled the keys out, drove straight to the rental agency and put them in their Dropbox. And I've been in the van since 12 midnight, 2021.
Mm-hmm. And I just watched one of your videos. You went to a Walmart and there was a sign saying no overnight parking at the Walmart. Yeah. So you had to drive like 7 miles down the road.
I was like,
so
what? Why?
Yeah, right.
There's no crime here.
So how are you finding parking on the road? What's your go-to?
The beautiful part about what's going on with me right now in van life is if I'm working, so I work midnight or I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. either 2 days a week or 5 days a week. So I either have Wednesday, Thursday off only, or the next week I only work Wednesday, Thursday. So the nights that I have to work, I drive to one of the many truck stops here. And the reason why I go there is because I can turn my generator on to plug in my space heater in my van when it's really, really cold. And I'm not bothering anybody because there's already 10 semis running their diesel engines and you can't even hear mine. So I stay there when I'm working. And when I'm not working, I'm not in Ohio. I'm gone. Mm-hmm. I'm traveling. I'm always somewhere. So I either stay at like rest stops. I'll park in, the middle of a neighborhood street, like next to apartment complexes. Bass Pro Shops, they allow people. Some Walmarts every once in a while. It's just, I like not knowing where I'm going to sleep and then figuring it out.
It's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
Part of the adventure. How about Alaska? Are you heading to Alaska? Any plans to go up there?
Very much so, yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. Let's see who else we have. We have in the house. Thank you very much, my friend, for being here. Sub to AWP. That's awesome.
Thank you, Brown.
It's awesome.
Kelly Bliss, I'm not turning on down. So she's in Utah. She's one of my first stops when I head over to California.
Let's do it.
Yep. Her daughter is absolutely in love with Barrett and the head tilts. And she is making a great effort at her daughter making me wear a tutu when her daughter's wearing a tutu.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Kathleen Klein. Yep. City parks. Yep. It's good for overnight rodeo areas. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, Kathleen Klein, for being here.
I'm really excited to get into BLM Land. And if people don't know what BLM Land is, it's Bureau of Land Management. You can park for 14 days, if that's correct, without having to move, which I'm never going to stay for 14 days. But you can just park in the middle of these places for 14 days and be nomadic off the grid.
Have you ever been to the Alabama Hills?
No.
My absolute favorite. In fact, I need to make a video of this. I think it's probably the best boondocking BLM area in California, probably even in the West Coast. I mean, it's awesome. You got to check it out. We got to go. You and I have to go there to the Alabama. I go there probably 4 or 5 times a year. It's just right on the eastern side of the Sierras, right by Lone Pine, California. And
I'm down, brother.
Awesome.
I've only driven through Alabama, and it was at night, so I didn't even get to see the state.
Yeah, no, this is in California.
Oh,
Alabama
California.
Hills. Yeah, Alabama Hills in California. Just off.
I just figured it was in Alabama.
And I know it has a crazy name. Every time I mention that name, everyone's like, "Where did they get that name from?" It's like, I don't know, Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. There you go. There we go. What's going on? What's happening? Everyone having fun? Yep, the Owens Valley. Yep, the Owens Valley. That's where the Alabama Hills is. Right by Bishop, California, going up towards Mammoth, California. Awesome. Awesome. Well, man, Kevin, it's great. This couple of weeks have been crazy on
it's been
streaming on YouTube. It's been fun. And then seeing you on Paula's and getting to know you more. And I was watching your videos today, and I'm excited to meet up with you here pretty soon. And man, this week's been crazy. Just
I can't
crazy.
wait to grow as a content creator too. Like you probably watched Chrome in his early years and seeing where he's at now. I can't wait
Yeah.
to have that same experience of being just okay at editing to actually being pretty darn good.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of been my caution. Like, I'm like, don't grow too fast, because I still need to learn how to tell my story. I need to learn how to edit videos. I need to learn how to create more and create the things that I have in my mind to actually put it on video, right? I have a vision of how I want to create and share my story, but I got to figure out on how to better tell a story and share my adventures better. So but yeah,
well,
we'll get there.
I'll give you some pointers that I've learned that really have helped out my channel, and we'll collaborate. So someone asked if I saw their question. I just scrolled all the way up and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it, because I don't want to miss it.
Okay.
Nicole asked a question, says Van City. Nicole, if you could do me a favor, please, and just re-ask the question, I'll make sure I get to it. Yep.
That's one thing I need to get better at, is the chat. It moves so fast.
An interview is a little bit different. These guys really do understand, and I like the fact that they will respond saying, Kevin, will you please read this person's question, because that tells me it's important, and let's check it out. So thanks, guys, for giving us a heads up on that too. Yeah. So I hope Nicole's still in here. That guy's name is Hella Artsy Dude.
Oh, he's awesome. He's down in Texas. He has a step van, and he's building it out. And he's going to put a motorcycle in it and travel in it. Cool. And yeah. And he does tattoos. I know you're into tattoos as well, and so check him out. Very good channel.
I'm going to get my first tattoo here shortly. It's going to take 16 hours. Oh. It's the first preamble on my back.
Oh.
We the people, and then all stenciling. Okay.
Yeah. Was that it?
I think this is the question. Are either one of you coming to Iowa? Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm hitting every lower 48. Definitely within 2 years. Yep.
Let's do it.
I would love to visit Iowa in the fall. I've been there before. It's gorgeous in the fall. All the colors in the trees, and you see them for miles and miles and miles. Nicole question above. I think I just answered Nicole's question. Let me scroll back up. I'm pretty sure that was it. Coming to Iowa.
Bad at this. Yep. I see that one. That was the one here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we get better every time we stream, guys. So I appreciate everybody's latitude too. I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes.
No, you're awesome. You go down every line. You're just super fast. You just hit them perfectly. I don't have that skill yet.
I'm just blessed with being able to read fast. Just don't come in.
Let's see. Awesome. If my moderators could please drop each other's links, that'd be awesome. And please drop Kevin's link. You're gonna see a lot more. Drop it like it's hot. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. What else?
So
what else is going on?
Here's a question for you.
All right, hit me.
Any hair under that hat?
I do have a little bit of hair.
I've never seen you not wear a hat.
I have a little bit of hair right now. It's down to about that much hair right now.
Is it a military cut?
Pretty much. Yeah. I didn't my hair, but there's hair there. I keep it short. Keep it nice and short.
Heidi Lee is she's one of my favorite people in chats. I have so many favorites. She's definitely one of them. She tells me that I better vlog that tattoo.
14 hours, 15 hours. Let's do it.
Well, let me tell you, Heidi, if you can recommend somebody, we'll go do some content for them. I'll come out to your area and we'll have the chat meet you and your tattoo artist, and we'll make a deal out of it. Maybe I can get a discount.
I think so. 14 hours, man. That's a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Thank you, Megan, for dropping this link. That's awesome. And Paula dropping the link for Gina.
There was a question earlier that said, do I ever plan on upgrading my van? That answer is a difficult one to answer. And the reason why is, one thing that I've learned in van life is you never know what the next day is going to bring.
That is so true.
I have a van right now. It's got 150,000 miles. this thing could last 100 years or it could last 1 year.
Yeah.
There are some plans that I can't really discuss yet because it's a reveal video coming up, but I'm going to let everybody know here shortly what's going on with that. And I might also want to rent a high top van and take it out for a week and, get the gas mileage and see how it handles and things like that. And I might build one of those out. But as of right now, I mean, everybody knows the Reflectix, so they're not going to know what channel they're in. And no, I'm just messing with you.
No, I was actually thinking the same thing. Like, my van has 145,000 miles on it, and it has its issues. It has a little bit of rust underneath the van from being in Hawaii. It was a U-Haul van, so it's not going to last forever. Like you said, we go day by day. That's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
But I was actually thinking about that this week. It's like, what kind of van would I get if something was to happen to the van, breaks down, it gets totaled by a car accident? It's like, we don't know, but we gotta, we gotta think about it. Like, what's the next step? But
yeah, it can be a little unnerving at times because it's always in the back of your brain. As of right now, just because of the financial situation I'm in, I'm not a millionaire. I would have to go out and buy a similar $3,000 to $5,000 van, and just transfer everything over to it.
Yeah.
But I have the exact amount saved up that's never going to be touched to replace the full engine. If it happens, that money's not being touched, and it's strictly for me replacing an engine.
Yeah.
I hope that day never comes.
Right. Yeah, I have the same thing. I have about $3,000 saved, backup emergency money just in case the transmission goes out.
Right.
Something happens. I got to replace. In fact, I got to replace the front 2 tires on this van here pretty soon, probably within the next probably about 3 months. They're getting low, but I have money saved for
it.
You
want to take care of is your tires.
Yeah. So let's see if there was any more questions that popped in. What about an RV? Have you ever thought about going into like a smaller RV?
Yeah,
like maybe a Class B or Class C.
I would love to do a comparison video, like 2 months in my van, 2 months in an RV, or 6 months and 6 months, and just do a comparison. The pluses and the minuses for the people that are undecided what they want to do. I can give them my input, which don't always go on my input, but I can say I really enjoyed having a toilet.
Yeah.
Or I didn't like not being able to get up the mountain as fast or in the back roads or whatever.
Right. You gave me an idea. Rent a RV for a weekend or a week and take it out and do that comparison. Absolutely.
Maybe that's something we can do, in 2022 or something. You and I put together a little bit of money, go rent an RV and just take it out for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to get the insurance because there's going to be some trouble, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the mods. Thank you, my mods. There's 137 in the house. You guys are amazing for being here, and you guys are awesome. Awesome. Let's see what
Kathy
else.
Snyder says that question was for both of you. Let me scroll up to Kathy Snyder and see what she asked.
Okay.
Kathy, can you just type it again for me, please? I would appreciate it because I'm not seeing anything. I just saw you say that question was for both of you.
Oh, why not do a doable RV? And
why not do a smaller drivable RV? I don't know what they're called Class C's.
I would say a Class C would be a small RV. Yeah.
I would never go bigger than a Class C.
Yeah, same here. My parents have a Class A. It's 29 feet, but it's too big. It's a monster. In fact, to be honest, this van is too big for me. If I could, now that I have this van, I've had this van for 4 years and been living in it for 3+ years. I can go smaller. I know I can go into a Jeep. I know I can go into maybe like a Jeep Cherokee or like a Toyota 4Runner or even a small car. For me, it's doable. This van is huge now to me. There's a lot of space in this van. This van's 20 feet tall or 20 feet long, and there's a lot of space. I could put a lot of stuff in this van. But an RV like a Class C that would be just too big for me.
Yeah. Well, I think I want to experience what a Class C is like for more than like a month or something. because Class C's are like 24-foot long, but they have expandable sides, so they're still narrow. They're on a 6-cylinder diesel engine, and 4-wheel drive. So there's a lot of benefits to them, and they're not much bigger than your box van.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what hello RT dude asked a question. Let's see if we can answer that. I don't know what that is. Are you familiar with that?
Question, Ken, are you familiar with the Strava app? Isn't that for cyclists? Oh yeah. For tracking bicycling miles and such. Are you on Strava? I was when I was a cyclist. But I also had a Garmin, and I just did everything through the Garmin app. But I haven't been a cyclist since 2013. Black mold destroyed my lungs, so you kind of need your lungs to ride a bike.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's trade. You want to trade my van? You want my van? Let's trade vans. Let's trade for the weekend.
For the weekend? We can do it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm all about it. I mean, I could say I know where you live because you live in my house.
I'll find you. Let's see. I think Box Van D came in. I might saw the Mister coming in. Let's see what else. Any more questions? Yep. I need a pug. Need a pug. What else?
I couldn't do van life without dogs. I couldn't. Just me, because I've had dogs my entire life, and they cure loneliness. They really do.
Yep. Let's see. All right. What else? Let's see. Lungs. Hope you get better. Yep. Gotta take care of yourself.
Yep. I used to bike 1,000 miles, 400 or 500 miles a week. I would do about 1,000 miles or 10,000 miles to 12,000 miles a year.
Yeah.
It was an addiction. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right now for me, go ahead.
I weighed 145 pounds when I quit cycling.
Yeah. Yeah. I've lost 50 pounds in the last 3 years. Yeah. Yeah. And walking for me is I do at least 3 miles a day, but lately I'm doing like 7 to 10 miles a day walking, like speed walking. And it's powerful. It's powerful.
How tall are you?
5.
You're gonna have to say that again. Your stream broke up.
5'11".
5'11". Yeah. So if you were 50 pounds heavier, you're probably pushing 220.
Yep, 223 exactly.
Congratulations, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Not appreciate it, but congratulations on losing weight. When I did move into the van, within like 2 months, I lost 10 pounds just like that because I wasn't boredom eating anymore.
Yep. You don't have that huge cabinet of cookies and chips and all that stuff. You don't have a huge refrigerator with ice cream and all that stuff. You know, you're limited on what you can have in a van. And then not only that, you're outdoors. You're walking the dogs further. You're outside in nature, taking hikes or whatever. It's like, it's nice.
Some of the things that I saw, it's in some of my earlier videos, just taking dogs for walks.
Oh,
it's just pure beauty.
Yep. Time to spend time with outside in nature, fresh air. And not only that, you could think. You're outside thinking about what you're going to do, life, relationships, all that stuff. It's like you have that time to walk and exercise.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had said something in one of my videos. I forget which one. It was one of my earlier videos. What I learned walking through parks as a YouTuber is I suggest everybody to, when they go out for a walk or in nature or anything like that, pretend you're a YouTuber, pretend you're filming. You'll see so much more stuff because your brain's concentrated on finding content and not thinking about your day, not trying to plan things out and this and that. When you can stop your brain from thinking and you're seeking out content, you're going to see so much beauty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to get out there. In fact, even when I'm out there, like I'll be filming something and whether it's a sunset or a view and I'm watching people walk by, I'm like, are you guys not wanting to watch this? I mean, this right here is amazing. You got to check this out. Am I the only person in the world seeing what I'm seeing? It's unbelievable. Like, it's breathtaking. And now now we both have a platform to share that. We could share those views. We could share those experiences. We could share, the stories that we have on the road and inspiring people like we do in this chat. And that's awesome.
I wish when I was trying to find mindless television to watch the last couple years, I wish that I would have sought out YouTube channels that go out and film nature or travel the country. I would have watched the crap out of that stuff. So for me, be able to be on the other side of the camera and put it out there for people. If you guys can just promote the crap out of everybody's content that does that, because people like me would have seen it and fell in love with it earlier.
Yeah. And if you promote it, if you share the videos out, if you give it likes, you give comments, we all grow. All the channels grow. I mean, everyone in our community right now that's in here, it's like we all benefit from sharing videos. We learn new tips, tricks, new places to go. Our bucket lists get larger. Our friends get larger. We have more friends, out there in the YouTube community. We grow together. That's awesome.
Being able to pay it forward is as big to me as it is to you. I know that for sure, because I've been helped out so much. I can't wait to build out somebody's van for them, because they can't. If it's just me having the skills to do it, that's more than enough. But also to be able to help them out financially through the support of all this community. I know everybody's going to come together and rock it out and have content to show all that. Literally change somebody's life just from us paying it forward.
Powerful.
Question for both Kevin and Ray. Do you have a bucket list for each state you want to travel to? Yes and no. So I don't have any expectations, but the bucket list is for each state is I want to see and film something that I've never even heard of and bring it to you guys.
Yeah, I was watching one of your videos. You were mentioning that you want to go out and explore like these old abandoned mansions and caves and just cemeteries.
Graveyards.
So graveyards. Yeah. So tell us about that. What's the drive behind that?
So I did watch some YouTube videos a couple months before I got into living in the van, when I just had internet. I didn't have cable anymore. And I did see a lot of content of visiting abandoned houses, and they're all in Canada. And I thought, whenever I do start a YouTube channel, I'm going to do that. I want to go as deep into the woods as I possibly can, where there's no road, but there's a house. Like a Blair Witch type project house. And I want to film that. I want to have dialect and kind of make up my own backstory of why and this is abandoned, what happened, and their families. Have everybody comment in their ideas. And then maybe we can find out exactly by somebody Googling it and doing some work for the channel. And we can compare our stories and see who was right or wrong. I want to go up to graveyards that are hundreds of years old or 100 years old and see the names of people and say thank you to the ones that have military symbols on them. Show my respects that way. But old graveyards to me are a huge part of history that is so open book. You can just think who this person was. Imagine what their life was like. And to be able to bring some commentary and some imagination to that and a storyline for people's entertainment, and just to have them along vicariously, I'm going to have so much fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And for me, a bucket list, I don't know if I go by state, but it's definitely region. So like I know when I go to BC, Canada, I'm going to hit, Vancouver, Alaska, Washington. So it's more of a region. So I have an idea of, in 2021, I want to do the Grand Canyon. In 2022, I want to do BC and the West Coast and stuff like that. 2024. So it's more, my bucket list is basically categorized as times. So when I do make that trip in that direction during that time, I could hit those bucket lists that's on that list. And that's not necessarily the state, but just the time in the area that I'm going to. Yeah. But and every time I watch a YouTube video, I'm like, man, I got to add that to the list. I need to make that stop.
Exactly. I do that all the time too. There's so many ideas out there, and they're not going to stop coming.
No, it's not. No, we're yep. Went to Zion it's been a couple months now. That was beautiful. Getting to Zion National Park was absolutely awesome. And the Northeast has full of old graveyards. There you go, Kevin.
Yeah.
That one's for you. And let's see what else we have here. Scrolling 125 in my chat.
Thanks, guys.
Wow. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. What's going on, Troy? What's happening? All right.
Keep a notebook
What else?
state by state. That's a good idea, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Let's keep notebooks state by state, and we'll also do some pin locations on the phone and kind of create a virtual notebook for you guys.
Ooh, that's an idea. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Kevin. What else? What else do you want to close this bad boy out? What do you want to finish off with? What's on your mind?
Well, I mean, there's always the big questions like, what's relationship life like in the van? And for me, it's been non-existent. I've only been here for 2 months. I had a conversation today with Sam. Sam is one of the divers for Adventures with Purpose, and kind of picked his brain a little bit to kind of discuss with the viewers at some point in time. So why not better than now? Adventures with Purpose is on the road, a lot. They just got back from back-to-back 40-some day road trips, and he's in a fairly newer relationship. Angie Hay said, "Did you see my comment?" Let me scroll back up.
Angie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I'm sorry.
So to get back on Sam, can you ask again, Angie? So, okay, NOMOC, you have already changed my life. Anxiety was so bad. Oh, I'm so glad that your anxiety is over with. I wouldn't leave the house. Now I search for my next adventure. Awesome, Angie. Awesome. And you're down in Florida, right? So there's a lot down there. So I talked to Sam. That warms my heart, Angie.
Awesome.
I talked to Sam and I was like, so how do you guys do this relationships with, because he lives in a boat. He lives on a boat. He doesn't live in a house. He's a minimalist and he's traveling all the time. And he's like, you just have to find the right person who knows you're gone all the time, wants you gone all the time so they can miss you, and trusts you. And every chance he flies her out if she wants to come, whatever location they're at for a few days, and she'll stay for a day or two and she'll go home. And but the trust is there. So the dating part of van life, it's very difficult, but you got to stay open-minded.
Yeah, I was just on a dating show, on Paula's dating show. Did you see that?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm scared to watch it sober.
I definitely had a few shots. It was like, what, 9 shots of tequila? It was fun. It was fun. It was good. All right. Well, Ken, I'm looking for you coming down to California and hanging out and doing some travels. So thank you to you and looking forward to our friendship on the road, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, my friend.
We got a lot of plans to knock off, man. A lot of them, and we're just gonna make more. And I wanted to add one thing. This van life idea has been out for a while. It's been out in the 60s and the 70s, kind of died off for the 80s and 90s. There were hippies that still did it, and they had their paradigm, I guess, for a lack of a better word, with van life. The van life on YouTube has been out for 4 or 5 years. It's been it gets more popular every year. So that van life has been building and building and building. It got saturated with Instagram because greed kills. Everybody wants to make a ton of money, so they have content that's racy or it's not really real, but that's them. This is the start, everybody, of a new era, a new paradigm of van life. And it's all the raw channels. Myself, Ray from VanLifeRocks, Nomadic Van Man, Van Man Adventures, Nomadic Sporadic, Chrome. There's a million channels where it's raw van life, and everybody is getting to know each other on a personal level. And Adventures with Purpose is now really excited. Their viewers are really excited to learn about this nomadic lifestyle. We're creating a whole new movement, guys. Stick around. You're going to enjoy it. I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I'm so happy to be working for you guys.
Yeah. And sharing the stories, sharing the adventures, getting
Yeah.
out in nature. That's just awesome. Well put, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming up here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on here, bud.
And looking forward to meeting up with you here pretty soon and going on these adventures. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Hey, I'm really glad to be here. And like I said before, never in my brain would I have thought that I would be getting interviewed, by a YouTube channel that I watched. That's just crazy to me. So thank you for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for extending your friendship out to me. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do some very fun things.
Let's cause some trouble.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm freaking down for that, my mate.
All right, Kevin. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good night.
That was awesome. Thank you all for coming here. Thank you, Kevin, from the NOMOC Experience. Thank you very much for coming up here and sharing your stories, sharing your adventures. Looking forward to your friendship, my friend. That was awesome. Thank you to all my moderators for dropping links all night. Thank you all for showing up. I think I saw 160 at one point in the chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all my new friends for showing up and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I know, trust me, I know there's a ton of questions and comments that I missed. And trust me, I'm definitely going to rewatch this and watch and see every single comment that you guys make because you're awesome. And once again, I want to thank a few other people real quick before I end this stream. We had a raid from Marshall, Nomadic Adventures. Thank you, Marshall, for raiding the channel, sending people over. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you, Paula. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, DJ. What else? And to my shout out today, if you guys didn't see Karen's live, let me go right back to it. Karen from Prairie Life had a live stream yesterday, which was amazing. It was celebrating International Women's Day, and she had a great panel, and they all shared their stories about the women that had inspiring stories. So go check it out. I watched the live stream twice. Amazing. So I highly recommend it. Go watch it. You won't be disappointed. So thanks again for all you guys being here. Sorry for all your questions. Let's see who we have. We have Lynn, we have B, we have Golden, we have Tim, we have Ray, we have Marshall, we have Crystal, we have Sister, we have Patty, we have Troy. Oh man, I can go on forever. What's going on, Michelle? V, Philly, Joy Blessed Life. How you guys doing? What's going on, my friend? Hello, RT Dude. What's happening, my friend? Lisa, Paul. Oh, look at all these people. You guys are amazing. We have Christina. Oh, you guys are awesome. Kathleen Klein. What's happening? What's going on, Red? Fairy Dust. What's happening? Oh, man, you guys are awesome. So thank you very much. There's still 104 people in this chat. What's going on, Ted, Angie, Teresa? What's happening? Rocket, what's happening? Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Lisa. Oh man, you guys are awesome. I don't want to end this. You guys are awesome. Troy in the house. Dana. Oh man. Well, you guys are awesome. It was great to have Kevin up here. I'm definitely looking forward to hanging out with him and with you guys. I can't wait to the day where we all get together and have fun and share stories by campfire and have fun. You guys are awesome. 94 in the house, but unfortunately, I got to end this. You guys have been amazing. I'll be doing a possible live stream here at the beach tomorrow if the weather's good, the weather's been amazing, but you know what? Let's do a live stream tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow here at the beach. I'm here down in San Diego, and I'll probably be doing another live stream on Wednesday here at the beach. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you to all my new friends that subscribed and came over from Kevin's channel. Make sure you guys go over and check out Kevin on his channel and give him some love. Send him a note, let him know that I sent you guys, and you guys are awesome. Until next time, Van Life rocks. And let me close this out with you guys with this video. All right, Van Life rocks.